Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Gloria. Let me set myself up here. Hi, Angela. Can you hear me? I hope so. Perfect. Fantastic. Fabulous, Gloria. Yes, late night. Always a late night for me. Always. This is about the time I finally get things settled down in the house and can get into my craft room. So that's what happens. Hi, Lisa. But I actually did a live yesterday for the first time. I did a Friday night live and I started working on a project. So I thought I would do another live today and continue working on it. I'm a bit of a night owl for sure. Aw, thank you. I love my cat jammies. I'm a cat mom. I've always had cats. I have two right now, two black cats, Mako and Chala. So I have cat pajamas and cat mugs and a lot of cat stuff. Yeah, it's pretty quiet here at night, which is why I like crafting at night. Um, yeah, I mean, I would like to get in sooner, but it just rarely happens. Yeah, my cats are pretty cool. I love them. I've always had black cats, always black cats. And that is because black cats are last to get adopted in shelters. They are typically not adopted because they are black, and people have some silly superstitions about black cats. So when we adopt or rescue, we always go for the black cats or the black dogs because black cats and black dogs usually spend the most amount of time in shelters, and some of them sadly don't get out. So that's what we do. We adopt the ones that are not so adoptable for silly reasons. So what I did yesterday, so I can catch everyone up, is I harvested one of my For the Love of Paper books. I did the floral one yesterday. Totally harvested that entire book. And I'll show you what I got so far before I start working on my covers. Oh my gosh, yes, Gloria, it's really silly. I've been doing rescue for a long, long time, and we foster sometimes. We haven't fostered in a long while because we're at max right now, but you would be surprised at how many beautiful black cats and black dogs get left behind for no other reason than they are black. So I have a soft spot for them. Oh, Tuck's cats. They're so pretty. Always look so dressed up. Yeah, one of my cats has green eyes, and the other cat has yellow eyes. They are both American short hair. It's a boy and a girl, brother and sister from the same litter. And we actually took them in right before Hurricane Sandy. Um, their mother was rescued with a new litter, and all of the cats were adopted out except the two that I have, because the two that I have are solid black. All the other ones were black and white, but these two were just solid black and no one wanted them because they were black. So we took them in and I've had them ever since. One has really soft hair, kind of smooth, short hair, looks like a panther. And the other one has really long, fluffy hair. I mean, she looks like she put her paw in a socket and just went poof. So I love them, absolutely love them. So let me show you guys what I have from yesterday. I have a lot from yesterday. These are just, I did fussy cut the envelopes. That's what everybody got to see me do yesterday. Not super exciting, but I also have some postcards, some bookmarks and tags, and then a bunch of papers that I pulled from the book. Oh, a tripod. Three-legged cat. That's awesome. Yeah, Gloria, I remember the story behind your tripod. So Kitty's lucky to have a mama like you to take care of him. I love paper crafting. That's my thing, Gloria. You know that. So today I'm going to do some, you know, though, I have to tell you, I'm going to do something today that I've not done ever before. I've been wanting to do it because I have all these papers, and what I decided to do was make three one signature journals, I think is what I decided to do. So I took all of the paper that I harvested yesterday, cut it down to size. This journal is going to be about 5.5 by 7.5, about there, give or take. But so I have 3 piles here. These are going to be the signature. They are roughly put together. Still have some work to do. But from the papers I pulled yesterday, I'm going to have a spring, autumn, and summer signature. And it's going to be all floral theme. So what I wanted to try was to create a soft fabric wrapped journal cover. And so these are the prototypes. These are the prototypes. I'm kind of impressed with myself that I was able to get this far. Still have some work to do. I have to let the glue dry before I do any sewing. Before I do any sewing, I have to let the glue dry. And once the glue is dried and I do some sewing, then I will know for sure if this was a success or a flop. So I'm not too sure. But I have one more to make. So I thought I would turn on the camera and make it here live with you guys. Oh, thumbs up are awesome. Thank you. Oh, the papers are from a magazine that I harvested yesterday. I did a live yesterday. I saved it if you want to check it out. But let me find one. So I have these books. They are called For the Love of Paper. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Flow version of this book. Here's the Flow version. So let me give you some background in case you're not familiar. If you are obsessed with paper, and I'm a big time paper crafter, then you've probably heard of this book. It's called Flow, and it's the book for paper lovers. It is a book that is put out once a year, and it's pretty spendy. It's not a cheap book, but I pick mine up. I buy mine at Barnes & Nobles, but I know you can also get it through Amazon. It's published in the UK, so it takes a little longer to get here to the US. But it is a book just filled, absolutely filled with curated papers, all kinds of papers, postcards, tags, bookmarks, envelopes, you name it, it's in here. And every year they have a theme. Um, so I've been collecting these for a while over the years, and this is a flow from a couple years back. But you know what happens when something becomes popular, right? Everybody wants to jump on that bandwagon and cash in on that coin. So what ended up happening was another company kind of is trying to ride that wave, and they came out with For the Love of Paper. Not as thick as the Flow book, and this definitely comes out more frequently than Flow. And this one, instead of having one book with several themes, they just commit one book to a theme. So this one, for example, is called For the Love of Papers, Botanicals. I had another one of this one called For the Love of Paper, Florals. Yesterday on my live, I took apart, I just harvested the entire magazine, pulled out all the pages, the floral one. So that's where all of those pages came from. And I purchased mine on Amazon. I'm pretty sure they're still available there. So that's where all of those papers, postcards, and tags came from. Yeah, it's kind of like a bootleg version of Flow. It's still good quality. But this one is actually put out by a company that is based here in the USA and in New York, to be more exact. And yeah, I've had them for a little bit. I've been hoarding them. I'm trying to get out of that hoarding mentality. So yesterday, on the fly, I decided to go live and just pull all the pages out of that floral book. The pages are perforated, so it's easy to pull one out. And I pulled the entire book apart yesterday. So that's where all of those papers came from. Now, today, what I want to do is hopefully make a journal, soft journal cover, so that I can make some single or one signature journals. So that's the goal. Let's see what happens. So it's all going to be floral themed, of course. Oh, they have, I think, 3. They have For the Love of Paper Botanicals, For the Love of Paper Floral, and there may be 1 or 2 others. And I right now can't remember what they were themed, but I remember thinking I can live without them, though they are sitting in my Amazon cart waiting for me. So so let me show you guys what I did kind of for this process, because I've never done one of these before, and it's, for me, I'm gonna MacGyver this, and we're gonna see what happens. So, but I will share with you the materials that I used. I have this beautiful floral fabric, absolutely gorgeous. Look at the colors. I think they go with the theme quite perfectly, and I have plenty of it. So I decided to use this fabric. I have this Floral Market paper pad, this 12 by 12 paper pad. Yeah, you know what, Gloria? I know what you mean. I think my obsession with paper is I'm a very tactile person, and I love just the feel of paper and the texture of paper and the weight of paper. So I know I know what you mean when you say that. So that's why I'm a little paper obsessed. Yeah. This paper pad I have is by Craftsmith. It's called Floral Market. Flower Market. Flower Market. Had this in my stash for a little while. Decided it is time to use it. And what I like about this paper is it's heavyweight, but it's not super heavyweight, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want the paper to crack. I don't want the paper to crack once I start folding the cover. That's my concern. It might crack anyway. I don't know. We'll find out, but I don't want it to. We'll see what happens. I also have some Tyvek. If you've seen me make journals before, then you will know that I love my Tyvek. I use it to reinforce the spines of my journals. That's usually where you're going to get most of the wear and tear. Isn't it beautiful, Gloria? I've had it for a good long while. Only recently rediscovered it. Story of my life. It's called Flower Market. It's by Craftsmith. And I'm pretty sure I picked it up from Michael's way back when. Let me see if it has a year on it. Oh my goodness. 2016. Yeah. I've had it for a while. 2016. Jeez Louise. So I don't know how easy it's going to be to find it, but it's gorgeous. Here are my Tyvek envelopes. I used some scrap Tyvek, and you will see how I use that. And I also used some of this fun foam. Yeah, that I've had in my stash for a little bit. And these are white fun foam sheets. These are 9 by, I think, 12. And it's 1/16 of an inch thick. And of course, my fabric. So I cut everything down to size, so I won't torture you with that process. Hi, Rosa. How are you, honey? Yeah, every so often I go shopping in my own room and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I had this. But yeah, I'm sure we can all relate. I know, Rosa. I'm so glad you were able to join. This is only my second live. Yesterday I did an impromptu live, and today I thought I would do the same. Why not? I was hoping I would catch some of my girls on here because I know some of you are late, like me, late crafters. Oh my goodness. So let me show you what I made. So this is the cover that I've made so far. This is a soft cover. One side is fabric, the other side is the cardstock, and in between, sandwiched in between, is some fun foam. Now, initially when I made this, I was thinking this side was going to be the outside of the journal cover, and this side was going to be this side would be the inside. But now I'm rethinking that. I'm thinking the fabric might be on the outside and the cardstock on the inside. Once this dries, I will stitch all around here and slowly work this so that it folds in half, and we'll see how it goes. I certainly don't want to put this through my sewing machine right now because the glue, it feels dry, but if it's not and I run it through my machine, it will wreck my machine. So I don't want to wreck my machine. Oh my gosh, aren't they beautiful? So this is part of a paper pad called Flower Market by Craftsmith, and this fabric on the back is some vintage fabric that I recently got from my mother-in-law. I have lots of it, and I cut it down to workable pieces. I love these colors. I think they kind of remind me of fall, personally, but that's just me. So everything is cut down here. I have my foam. I think I'm going to start working with the foam first. I have my foam. I have a piece of Tyvek. I cut it just tall enough so that it would definitely cover one side and wrap around to the other. That was my goal. So that's why, and the width, I don't think it really matters. I was just using whatever scraps I've had. I thought this would be a good opportunity to use my scraps. This one happens to be 2 inches wide. Oh, Tyvek, Gloria, is a type of coated material. If you use the mailers from the post office, you know the materials that those mailers are made of. It's very strong, sturdy. It's not easy to rip. It's good for journaling. It's a good way when you're making journals to reinforce any areas where you might have a hinge or a spine, because you can't rip this. You can definitely cut it, but you can't rip it. So a lot of journal makers, including myself, use it to reinforce the spine of the journal. I actually sometimes wrap my entire journal cover in Tyvek. Now, you shouldn't go to the UPS store or you shouldn't go to the post office and take their envelopes and use them, because that's, number one, it's illegal. They kind of frown upon that. But if somebody sends you a package, like a USPS package in one of those mailers, you can definitely recycle that and use the Tyvek. It's like super strong, very strong. You can also buy it at stationery stores like Staples, or you can get it on Amazon, which is what I did. So yeah, I get the largest envelope I can find on Amazon, and I just cut them down. But it's essentially the same material they use for those mailers in the post office, because super sturdy and won't rip easily. So that's what Tyvek is. So I get mine again through Amazon. So what I'm going to do is take a strip of Tyvek. Here's my fun foam. I cut it down so that it's slightly bigger than my actual signature. I like to have about 1/4 of an inch on either side. I fold this in half so I know where the middle point is. And I want to make sure that my Tyvek covers that middle point, because that's where all of the stress in the journal is going to be. I'm going to sew in my signatures, and then the book is hopefully through use going to be opening, closing, and I don't want this foam or the paper to fall apart down the road and the journal to fall apart. That to me is like, oh my goodness, I would be devastated. Yeah, fun foam is like regular foam. I don't know why they call it fun foam. I guess because you do fun things with it. But this one is 1/16 of an inch thick. But it's the same. I've seen color versions like the rainbow pack at Dollar Tree. And you can also get it at Michael's. But I just got a pack of white, larger sheets on Amazon, just because a lot of fabrics that I use are very sheer, and you can sometimes see color behind it, or if you're using a color piece of fun foam, it can affect the color of the fabric and the way it looks at the end. So I just go with white. I rarely find white fun foam or these foam sheets anywhere except Amazon. I can find the color ones real easy anywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. But the white ones are not commonly found. Of course, Gloria. I'm here for you, girl. Always here. So I am going to use fabric tack for this project. This is a permanent fabric adhesive. It bonds fabric, lace, glass, leather, wood, and trims. It grabs really fast and it dries clear. You don't want to use hot glue. I think hot glue is a mistake. hot glue can melt the foam, make it hard, and it won't even stick. But fabric tack sticks to most materials. So I get my fabric tack and then I put it in one of these cake decorating bottles with a fine tip. It's easier to control that way. And I just use a pin to cover the top. So I am going to glue down my Tyvek. I hope this works out. I mean, I won't know for sure until it dries 100% and I can run it through my sewing machine. Hey, Jackie. What's up, girl? Oh, thank you, Jackie. I know it's late. You know me, the night owl. But thank you for stopping by, honey. I appreciate that. Be safe and God bless to you too, sweetie. I'm going to wrap. So I have it on the one side and I'm going to wrap it around to the other side. I don't know if this Tyvek is a mistake. I guess, like I said, this is the first time I'm making this, so we will find out. I'm wondering if the Tyvek maybe, just might make it a little too stiff, but we will find out. Oh, girl, I don't come on during the day. Too much going on. But in the future, I'll try to come on a little earlier and give you the heads up. Tomorrow's I go hiking with my husband tomorrow. We go hiking during the day. We take the dog out. And you know, Sunday's that day where you do all the things, all the weekend chores. Oh gosh, I love my hikes, Rosa. Love them. We have some beautiful, beautiful hiking trails near here. No, Jackie, I actually did not get to the office this week because they had me assigned to depositions this week. So I can't do depositions from the office. It's a bad connection. So I do them from home. Do you know how it is? But I should be in next week. Hopefully. And I will see you then. Hey girl, water my plant for me, will ya? She's probably dead or dying. Thank you. Yes, Jackie and I know each other. We work at the same office. So okay, so I think we have this done good. Pretty good. So there's the Tyvek. Here's my fabric. Is this the fabric I cut? Let's see. Maybe it was this other piece. I don't know. Yeah, let's go with the bigger piece. So now what I'm going to do, I have the fabric. I am going to glue it onto one side of the fun foam and then wrap it around. That's what we will do. And because this fabric tack dries super quick, I am going to do one side at a time. What is Hunters? Is that like a series? When I put the glue down, I just try to get rid of some of the glops. Oh my God, Starsky and Hutch. That is old school. But okay, now I get it. I have Harry Potter playing in the background. I think this is the, yeah, this is the Prisoner of Azkaban. I've been watching the entire series all day. Yeah. Do you remember Katney and Lacey? Or TJ Hooker? I'm aging myself now. Yup. They don't make them like that anymore. Although, you know, Love Me, My Law and Order. The original one. So I have the one side down. I'm going to glue the other one. I'm going to glue the other half. Yeah, I watched both. Big on cop shows in my home growing up. I do, Angela. I am bilingual. Yes, ma'am. I'll tell you a funny story. Growing up in our household, um, my parents only spoke Spanish, as did my grandma and everybody. So when I started kindergarten, I actually didn't speak English. And it ended up being a problem, obviously, because, you know, didn't speak English. But so I had to learn to speak English. Oh my gosh, Jackie, that's funny. You know, I thought about being a cop, but yeah, decided that was not for me. Not for me. So what I'm doing now is just trimming the edges, the corner of the fabric. So when I fold it over, I won't have any bulk on the corners there. Should, in theory, make it easier for me, but we'll find out. You know, the I know a couple of people um, who applied for NYPD, and the process is actually it's pretty it's a rigorous process. You have to the test itself, it's not an easy one, but you also have to go through a whole psych eval process. And I've known so many people who couldn't get past the psych. That's funny, Rosa. Oh, wow, Angela. Sheriff's deputy. So we have the one side glued down. I'm going to do the other side. You know what, Jackie? You're right. You are a nut. I can vouch for that. But aren't we all? You know I'm a nut. You know that. I say it with love, girl. All right, so that's what we have so far. That's looking good. Let's do this side. I love this fabric, and I have so much of it. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea, a good idea to be a little more prepared